What's up, all you space monkeys? This is KJ48, and welcome to my brand new Let's Play for Master of Orion. This is episode 1. Master of Orion is a 4X strategy game. It's a new chapter in the epic Master of Orion saga. I do know there was Master of Orion and Master of Orion 2. Those games were quite a long time ago, and I remember playing Master of Orion 2 back in the day, but I didn't get that much into it. But I have been playing this one for a few hours. And honestly, this kind of reminds me of Civ in space. This is what I wanted from Beyond Earth. Civilization Beyond Earth was quite a letdown for me, and this is what I was hoping it would be. This game is freaking awesome, and we're gonna get started right now. I just want to say that the developer is NGD Studios, and the publisher is WG Labs. They were kind enough to send me a key, and I really appreciate that. Also, there's some major voice acting in this game. I'm going to let you guys tell me in the comments who's voice acting what, because I didn't really look into it because I kind of want it to be a surprise. So I know there's like voice actors from a lot of games that I've never played, but yeah, the voice acting in this game is phenomenal. You could tell it's very professionally done. This game is in early access, as you can see right here, so we'll be changing, and let's get started. Right now, all you could do is, I think you could do multiplayer, although I'm not sure how. I know my friends have played a multiplayer match, but I don't know how. So we're going to go with a new game.
Hailing from the cloudy planet Altair, the proud Alari are an old race of avian hominids. Although well known for their peaceful disposition, they are fierce in combat, and will rarely back out of a fight if they believe they have just cause. The Skylord rules over the flock uncontested. He is the de facto commander of all Alari fleets, crewed by highly skilled and disciplined soldiers. Their pilots are among the finest in the galaxy. Alari religion permeates every aspect of their culture, and their zeal can oftentimes be confused with fanaticism. They believe the god of sky created the Alari to gaze over every horizon, and have been driven into space to fulfill that calling.
Okay, so as you can see right here, we've got a few people to choose from. We've got 6 people to choose from, and then there's a couple of them under here who are, coming soon. Again, early access. And a custom race thing is coming soon, which is pretty interesting. So you got the Alari. These guys seem to be like kind of like normal, just kind of peaceful. But if you piss them off, they're gonna wreck you. Typical. Just general race. They've got homeworld specials, artifacts. This race homeworld has artifacts. They allow faster research. So the research is going to go faster in the beginning of the game. Beam defense is 25% higher than normal. And starting techs, they start off with physics. So pretty cool. Let's take a look at the next one.
The harsh Ursa system is home to the Barathi, a ferocious warrior race committed to the preservation of nature. Fearless and brutal in combat, they rely on their strength to overcome opponents, while their heavily armored fleets withstand wave after wave of enemy attacks. Fiercely territorial, they are usually reluctant to strike the first blow, but they will go toe-to-toe with anyone who wanders into their domain. Their rich spiritual life revolves around the Hag, an elder who speaks for nature itself. It was the will of the Hag that pushed the Barathi into space, as they sought to place the entire galaxy under their protection by any means necessary.
All right, so we got the Barathi. These are probably going to be the guys I'm going to play. They kind of sound like me, like I'm kind of like a warmonger, but I don't usually strike the first blow. I usually try and just wait for people to come at me, but then when they come at me, I stomp them down. This guy seems pretty cool. I think I might play them. It's either going to be him or human. Their homeworld gets Rich Planet, which gives you faster production. Gravity tolerance, high gravity, so it's not affected by high gravity. And their starting tech is physics. It's kind of weird they both start with physics. All right, let's take a look at the humans.
After ages of internal conflict, and faced with dwindling natural resources on their home planet of Earth, humanity finally came together to form a consolidated government, replacing the many nations once dotting its political landscape. This new government brought unification, eroding long-held distinctions based on race, color, creed, and gender. Humanity thrived and at long last reached for the stars. Now, Out of the Sol system, the human republic arises.
All right, so this looks like humans are now not so much countries, but kind of united as one planet. They've got counter espionage. I don't think there's any espionage in the game just yet. I don't think that's implemented yet. Diplomacy, improved negotiations, raises a higher chance. See, I don't like diplomacy in these types of games, so I think I might not play human. And their starting tech is government. So let's take a look at the next race.
The blazing savannas of Fieras gave rise to the ruthless warriors known as the Mershan. But their hot temper almost proved to be their undoing. After years on the brink of civil war, the Mershan Empress now rules over her pride without question. Mershans are willful and independent, and their long history as hunters has shaped their culture fittingly. They see themselves as the peak of predators, and any other life form who crosses their path is regarded as fair game. They often strike out against even their closest allies just for the sport of battle. They are easily offended and will pursue relentlessly anyone they feel has slighted them, heedless of the consequences.
Okay, now I don't know how I feel about this, because first of all, this character, the look of the character is pretty freaking messed up. Like a cat with a rack. I don't know, man. That's just pretty messed up to look at. Also, she really sounds a lot like me, you know? Like, I'm quick to, like, perceive insults. I'll lash out. I take, when I play these games, not in real life. In real life, I'm a very, nice human being. But, I like to lash out in these games and fight things just for the sport. It's kind of funny how she reminds me a lot of me. This homeworld is a large planet. It supports a bigger population. This race can terraform desert planets into highly improved grassland plains. Wow, this seems like a really good race. This race can host more Marines at each colony. And this is a really interesting race. Well, let's look at the next one.
Under the supervision of the controller at Mentar, a sprawling network of Cylon communities comprise the Quanta. Devoted to the unraveling of the mysteries of the universe, each quantum investigates independently in order to contribute to the knowledge of the whole. The Cylon are a peaceful race and only keep fleets of highly advanced warships as defensive measures. Brilliant researchers, they are often ahead in the technological race, yet seldom seem to take advantage of their superiority. Instead, they prefer to trade for new discoveries while shielding themselves from the rest of the galaxy in order to continue investigating in peace.
Okay, so these guys are the brains of the solar system. Their homeworld is large. They get a population boost from research. They have gravity tolerance of low gravity, and they start with government. Pretty interesting race. And let's take a look at the last one.
Primal in their ways, the cold-blooded Sakura from the planet Sla seem uncouth and unenlightened to many of the other races. However, their hulking forms and rustic rituals belie an enduring memory that has helped them reach the stars. They are lorded over by the Hierarch, a long-lived progenitor, and in a very literal sense, the father to much of the brood. His main concern is for his offspring, whether acquiring colonies for them to reproduce or securing the resources necessary for their survival. It follows that the Hierarch adopts a familiar and fatherly tone towards those he regards as allies. To the Sakura, everyone is either part of the family or a hated enemy.
Okay. Well, they start off on a tropical planet. Their food consumption is negative 25%, so they don't have to eat as much food, and their starting tech is biology. All right, I'm gonna go with the Barathi.
All
right. This is the setup. You can choose all kinds of options here. I'm not sure what Big Bang Seed is. I'm gonna have to look into that. And then there's also advanced settings, which we're not gonna mess with. So that looks good. Let's start the game. Yeah, man, this is everything. I'm gonna say this multiple times. This is everything Beyond Earth should have been. This is so cool. It's Civ 5, except instead of taking land, you're taking planets. It's just so good. Now it's a little bit simplified right now. So be ready for that. But remember, it's in early access, and
Devoted for millennia to the conservation of
it's going to be
their
worked
home
on.
planet Ursa, the hulking Barathi are a fierce kin. The will of the spirits is revealed to them through the Hag, an elder shamanic guide who speaks for all living things. She has now called on the Emperor of the Barathi to take this message beyond Ursa to ensure the survival of the wilds and put the whole galaxy under their protection by any means necessary.
Okay, so the entire game will take place in one galaxy. So here's our galaxy.
All hail the pride and honor of the Barathi, the thickest of furs and the sharpest of claws. I'm humbled you still remember old Kuruk. As your High Chancellor, I shall provide assistance on any and all matters of the Empire. I've seen more than my share of battles, and hope my experience will help you on your campaign.
Okay, got it. Okay, so this is our solar system we start off in. You can see right here, it's just, there's not going to, the one thing I have like a little bit of an issue with this game, and again, it's in early access, so they might be changing this in the future, but there's not many planets around each sun. So I'm sure they're going to add more planets, but this is our planet right here. We're going to click on it, and let me take you through this. So this right here is BC. That's billion credits. We have 50 billion. We're making 20 billion per turn. This right here is command points. Command points are used to maintain fleets. Each ship has a different upkeep cost than command points according to its hull size. Command points are provided by structures and achievements. If the fleet's upkeep requires more command points than the Empire can provide, it will start deducting maintenance costs from your credits. And from what I understand, it's a pretty steep cost to your credits. So that's basically how they keep your armies in order. In Civilization games, at least Civ 5, you would have to pay money for your army, so that was what kept things in order. But this is a separate thing. So. And right there is my research. So we're looking at Ursa 2. The population is, first of all, let's look over here at the planet info. That's the size, it's medium, biome is terrain, and minerals rich, normal, and we've got a special gold on there, which is giving us extra gold per turn. The size is supposed to tell you how many, the population. Population of 11 seems a bit high for this size of a planet, but population, we have 8 of 11 credits. We have 20 billion. Defense is ground defenses are marines and mechanized infantry tasked with fighting off invaders who may try to conquer the planet. We've got morale. There is morale in this game. We've got a base morale boost. Marine. Oh, you get morale from marine barracks. That's pretty cool. I didn't even know that. We've also got a capital in the solar system, and then taxes are taken away from our morale. There are taxes, we can adjust them, and then we have pollution. As a result, now the way I think pollution works is I'm not 100% sure, but I think this number right here is the amount of pollution on the planet, and this right here is how much pollution will be added per turn. But I'm not really positive on that. All right, so you can change what you want your colony to focus on. I usually leave it balanced, and then I do some micromanagement. Right here we have 2 people on research. We have food. Next population will get us up to 9. It'll take 35 turns. And production is production. So you can see right here, if you move these guys around, there's a diminishing returns on these resources. You can see right here, this guy's giving me 4 production. This guy's giving me 3. This guy's giving me 3. If I put another guy over here, they'll give me 2, 2, and then 1. You can see right here the food. This guy's giving me 4. This guy's giving me 4, 3, 2. You know, it's on diminishing returns, except for science. Science seems to be 1 across the board. I kind of like... If I move this, will it hurt my colony ship? No. I kind of like to grow population as quickly as possible. So we're going to move one guy up to there, and we're going to let this finish making the colony ship. All right, so right here, just like Civ 5, if you have something to do, it'll tell you fleet needs orders. So we have a fleet right here.
Trust me on this.
Exploration is paramount to our success. It tells you how to move the fleet. We know how to move fleets. So we got 2 scouts and a frigate. The scouts are scouts, and the frigate is my fighting unit. If you, by the way, this is an asteroid belt, and there is a unexplored set of asteroids over here that we can explore. Not with a ship, but with something else later, or maybe can do it with a ship. I don't know. I'm not really worried about it though. We can't do too much with the asteroid belt right now. All right, so this is the galaxy, and we've got a couple stars we can go to. You've got blue stars. These are the hottest stars, making them extremely difficult to find inhabitable planets around them. Their planets are mineral rich, though. Then you have red stars, which, for anyone who knows anything about science or astronomy, knows that red stars are the some of the colder, like, not colder, but less extreme stars. Blue is definitely the hottest. And then yellow is the second. There might be some other colors in there. I just know red is usually when a star is pretty cool, you know, for a star. Few planets around these stars, and those rarely have mineral resources or habitable environments. Okay, right here is the orange star. I guess, or maybe that's yellow. I'm not sure. Or maybe this is a yellow. Yeah, there's orange and then yellow. Okay. These stars are always orbited by planets that can support life but are poor in minerals, and yeah. So right here, we can see these planets. We can see these planets. These might be gas giants. I think we're going to explore down here. So you don't want to send the whole fleet down, so you just pick one ship. By the way, this little pink thing right here, or purple thing on the ship, that's your, like, fleet, like, strength. I'm not sure what's, honestly, I'm not sure what these numbers mean yet. If you guys know what these numbers mean, the green and these purples, I'm not really sure about that yet. So we're just going to grab one scout ship, and we are going to go over there. Then we're going to grab another scout ship. And we're going to... What else do we want to explore? What was the blue star again? Yeah. We should probably explore the blue star. I'm not sure... Nah, let's explore this one. Alright, and then we've got the frigate. Now you could use the frigate to explore as well, so we'll take the frigate and explore it over here. These little lines right here are warp points. They're like warp jumps, and once you go into one of these, as far as I understand, I could be wrong about this, but once you go into one of these, you're committed until you come out the other end. I think that's the way it works. I can never get one of these to change. I can never get one of my ships to change course in the middle of a warp, and it wouldn't make sense. If you're in the middle of a warp, you should be committed. So
Our pride and honor. What new trick should the scrutineers scrounge up?
Alright, so here's our research. We give you a tech tree. Now, I think you could highlight stuff that's production, pollution. Like, let's highlight pollution. This is gonna highlight the stuff that's gonna help with pollution. Pollution's a real pain in the ass early in the game because I've gotten, like, held back by pollution, but you can always lower your taxes to make up for it, and it's really not that big of a deal. I do like biology, though, because biology gets you growth, so I'm going to go with biology for the hydroponic farms and the biospheres, which are... the hydroponic farm gives you +2 food, the biosphere gives you +1 food and +1 research.
I must stick out my claws on this matter.
Okay, so now we're done with everything. We can go next turn.
You can trust me on this.
Okay, the vessel... This vessel can settle a colony base on an uninhabited planet carrying one population unit inside it. The colony ship has no weapons. Military escort is recommended. Choose planets with good biomes and boost... Yeah, okay. So basically what happened is we have a colony ship, but it can't fight for itself. If it gets attacked, it's going to go down. So we want something to protect it. Although I don't know. I'm pretty sure I can go over here. We're going to keep him in the home. We're going to keep him right here until we find a planet we want to colonize. Now, anytime you make a colony ship, it actually takes population from the planet it came from, which makes sense. You're basically taking one guy and you're sending him off to populate somewhere else. So it's going to take one of your populations. So now that ship has been built, that ship was automatically set up to build when I, first started the game. So now we get to choose production for something. Automated factories for production. Population cleanup is something you leave on ongoing, and pollution is something you leave on ongoing until it's fixed. Missile bases for defending against ships that come in, and you've got scouts, frigates, space factory, colony ship, and you can make five frigates at a time if you want. I'm going to go with the automated factory because that's going to allow me to put more people on food and still have good production. It's going to take 10 turns. This is going to take 13 turns. Let's see, we could shave 4 turns off that. Yeah, I kind of want that automated factory made, so let's do that. Alright, fleets need orders. That's the colony ship. If you press S, it'll skip, so you don't have to worry about that. Alright, fleet needs orders. Colony ship, again, skip. Now, you can't... Yeah, see, I can't... Once you're in a warp, you got to keep going. As you can see right here, I tried to press over here, and it wouldn't turn around. See right here, I press right here. He won't turn around. What he's going to do is he's going to come to the end and then go back. But I don't want him to do that, so let's make sure he doesn't do that. Okay. Next turn. Hopefully he doesn't go back. All right, fleet needs orders. Yeah, you're fine. S. Okay, I don't want you to go back. So you're going to go over there. And you're going to go over here. There we go. Did we discover that planet? We did. Let's take a look at this planet. Varric Prime. It's a gas giant. Okay. So gas giants, I don't know what you can do with them. I think you might be able to do something with them later. But right now I can have, like, nothing on. I can't, like, put any population on there. There's no... A gas giant is exactly what it sounds like. It's gas. There's no solid, you know... There's nothing solid to land on. I think that's another gas giant. Ah. Alright, so what about you? What do we want to do with you? Let's bring you... Yeah, sure. Go that way. Oh, look at that. 3 planets. Alright, what about you? So you got the gas giant. Why don't you look at that one, see what that is? Alright, so we got a candidate. Not a good candidate. Desert planets have harsh weather conditions and almost no water supplies on their surface. Abundant planets have an average amount of valuable minerals. This thing does have gold, but really, that's not a great planet. Okay, S for skip, and next turn. Okay, so you're gonna go right here. And what do we got? Okay, now that is a pretty decent planet. Arid planets have rocky terrain and sparse vegetation. Abundant planets have an average amount of valuable minerals. It doesn't have any minerals. I mean, well, actually, it's got a high population. It's a pretty good planet. It's a pretty good planet, but not as good as I first thought it would be. What do we got here? Volcanic planets have hot surface, making life almost impossible. Placeholder description. Rich planets include a lithosphere. Am I saying that right? Lithosphere? I think so. Rich in minerals plus production. Okay, so we can't have anyone living here. If we get like transports where we could bring people over here, but then they're just going to starve unless we maybe get some hydroponic farms going. But it is a lava planet, so I don't see how we're going to get any farms going. So I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. All right, is that all the planets? We got one more planet there, so let's okay, yeah, you're good. Let's just wait. All right, can you get there? Oh yeah, cool. No. These are some bad planets. All right, well, you know what? It looks like this is the best planet we're gonna get. So again, this game is brand new. I don't know what the idea is behind what planets to. Actually, you know what? Let's check out this place before we make any decisions. I'm not sure what kind of planet I should settle for. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna wait. Next turn. Okay.
We've learned a new trick, thanks to our scrutineers.
Okay, so we got a hydroponic farm, which +2 food, 2 maintenance cost, and biospheres +1 food, +1 research, 1 maintenance cost. All right, so we need some more choosing. What's biotechnology? Cloning center. Cloning center is pretty good. You need less. You get easier population growth. Death spores I probably won't use. What about government? Okay, so government will give us the government support facility, which will help with morale. So yeah, let's go with government. All right, so you're good. So let's bring you up here. And you... Yeah, sure. Let's see what's in there. Oh, bunch of planets. All right, you gotta hold tight. I don't know if I'm waiting too long. I want to find a good planet, so I just don't want to settle, for whatever.
Hear me out, Highness.
The population of a colony affects research, food, and production output. Assign population to work on food will speed up. Okay, yeah, we know all this. You can assign your population manually. Yeah, okay, we know that. All right, so what do we got here? So we got a little bit of pollution. Morale's doing great. Population will grow in 7. We just finished the building. What do you call it here? I think, can't we look at the planet or something? Manage structures. Yeah, you can look at your planet. Pretty cool. So we just finished. I don't remember what it's called, but it gave us +2 production. All right, so what are we looking at here? Do we want food? Do we want ships? I'm thinking hydroponic farm. And you could queue more stuff up, but I don't usually queue much stuff up because sometimes I make my choices, how things are going. I'll switch up some choices. 5 turns or 7 turns. Yeah, I think that's worth it for the growth, for sure. A fleet needs orders. You are fine. And you need orders. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, again, no food. All right, we got next turn. So you guys heard the timer. I'm pretty excited about this Let's Play. If you guys want to see more of this, make sure you thumb up and like and comment and, you know, just show some love for the series. Again, it's Civ 5 in space. This game seems really, really cool, and I'm really loving to be playing it. So anyway, that's going to be it for episode 1, and we'll see you next time for episode 2. Till then, take it easy.